Hi, I'm Beth, and this little fuzzy monster is Summer, and we are Chic Chic Crochet. So I thought today we would just do a little vlog, and I'm going to do Summer's hair while I talk to you. And this is what Summer looks like with her hair down. So people may wonder, why do I keep her hair in those hair bows? Because she has hair, not fur. And if she did not have in her hair bows, she would look like a little sheepdog, wouldn't you, baby? Let's see what you look like. Yep, so she's in there. Look at the camera. Where is she? Are you in there? There she is. There she is. So she does get her hair done every morning, and I used to take her hair down at night so she would have a little break from the hair bows, but it would get in her mouth. So in the morning when she would wake up, it would be like stuck to her face. If you're going to have a little doggy with hair this long, you really need to maintain it and keep it really well groomed. So I brush her every day, at least once a day. It's not that big a deal. It's kind of relaxing for me because I have daughters, and our daughters have very long hair. And well, actually one of them has shorter hair now, but anyway, so as they were growing up, they had very long hair, and that was just a relaxing part for me of being their mother, grooming them in the mornings, getting them ready for school, and doing their hair. So I did that all the way up through high school. When they had long hair, I would help them with their hair if they wanted me to. And then when they left for college, boy, was I lost. I just did not have, I had my bunny rabbits, and some of them did have long hair, but I sold them shortly after the last child left home. And I got Summer about that time, and when I was looking for a dog, I knew that I wanted a dog breed with long hair. I wanted something I could groom, and she has just filled that role perfectly. She really made becoming an empty nester and just getting used to that transition, she made it a lot easier. It really gave me something to focus on. She was a puppy at that time, and I'm just not sure how much more difficult that transition would have been had I not had her, because she really did soften the blow of the children leaving home and us becoming empty nesters, and we fell in love with her immediately. So it gave us something to focus on. And Mr. Chic Chic Crochet did not want a dog, and my policy has always been it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. So I went ahead and got her anyway, and he fell in love with her immediately. And I call him a dog hog. When someone is hogging something to themselves, that's what, I don't know if that's a mountain term or if everyone uses that phrase, but you know, in basketball, hogging the ball. He hogs the dog. He wants her with him when he's home. He wants her with him all the time. So he's a summer hog, isn't he, baby? Yeah, Daddy's a summer hog. So after I get her brushed out, then I take a little facial wipe and I just clean around her eyes and she loves it, doesn't she? She just loves that part. And I clean over her nose and just get her eyes really clean. Then I give her hair a little squirt with this leave-in conditioner for doggies. And then sometimes it really takes 2 ponytails for her to get all of this hair up. So sometimes I put a little one in the front and then a bigger one in the back. But for today, we're going to do 2 ponytails on each side, or 1 on each side. Aren't we, baby? Yeah. And she doesn't seem to mind it. So when she was a puppy, of course, there was a learning curve for her and me. At first, I had to wait for her hair to get long enough to put in a top knot. But if I had waited till she was old enough for all of her hair to be long, she was going to be, you know, harder to train to hold still when doing her hair. So as soon as I could just get a little tuft of hair into a little hair tie, I started as soon as I could do that. And I just put it in every morning, and I would take it out at night, and very soon, probably within, I don't know, a week or less, she knew that that was the routine. So she held still for me to do her hair every morning, and there was no pulling or tugging. She just knew that that was the routine. And she was just really well behaved, and she just doesn't fight it. She doesn't seem to mind it. She knows that if her hair is down that she can't see and it's annoying to her, it gets in her face. And if a ponytail holder comes out, which that doesn't normally happen, but it could happen, if one comes out or it slips loose or hair starts to slip out of the tie and come down in her face, she will come find me and, you know, give me the stare like, Mom, hey, you need to do something here, fix my hair, I can't see. And she will seek me out to fix her hair, so I think that's so cute and funny. I could cut it off short, it just wouldn't be her. She's had a top knot her whole life. She's never not had the top knot, and it just wouldn't be her. I just can't imagine her without her top knot. It'd be sad, you'd look like a little boy, and you're not, you're just so much a girl. You're just all girl, I know. You're just all girl. I can't see, honey. She's not trying to get away from me, but she likes to put her face against my body, and I'm trying to turn her around because obviously if she does that you can't see, so I'm trying to turn her toward the camera. That's not the position she's used to staying, so that's why she's trying to turn around. Let's see, you want to wear blue today so you can match Mommy? Let's see. Oh, you look so pretty. Let's put in your hair bows. I like to use these little fuzzy bones. I think they're very cute. Come here. So, boop, there's one. They have a little alligator clip on the back. Here, there's two. Show everybody how pretty you are. Can you wave? Hello. Who is that? Do you see anybody? Look out there. Hi. She's like, who am I waving at? There's no one here. Good job. Good job. Mommy's crazy. I'm having you wave to the air. Hello. Hello. My sister gave me sourdough starter, which means I have been on a sourdough kick lately. And here I am making a batch, and a batch makes 3 loaves. And here is the first proofing. So proofing is when you knead all of the air out of your dough and get it ready to let it rise for its first time. You're going to do this twice. I'm doing this at night, and at my elevation and temperature, it takes about 6 to 8 hours for this to rise. It needs to get twice as big as it is, so it needs to double in size. And I'm going to pop it in the bowl and get it covered and let it rest for the night. And when I get up in the morning, it should be ready for its next proofing. And we're almost ready. There it is, all tucked in for the night. Yes, it has doubled in size, voila! Look at all of that air in there. So now we have to pop it back in the mixer and proof it again, get all of that air out, and I'm going to divide it into its 3 loaves. I forgot to film after it rose, but I let it rise all day, and then I baked it in the evening, and it was ready for our evening meal. It was so good. I can smell it in this video just by watching it. It is just as good as it looks. I don't mean to be bragging, but it is really delicious. It is so good. I put it away, and the next morning I'm ready for a really nice breakfast. And I love it in the morning for breakfast. I love it for any meal really, but it's just delicious. These bags are very cool that I'm using. They're lined with beeswax and is a good way to not have to use plastic on your bread. Keeps them nice and fresh. Let's get it hot out of the toaster. Spread some good old butter on there and some honey, and we are ready for breakfast. Okay, the first bite. Let's give thanks. Amen. So we have done Summer's hair for the morning. We have made sourdough bread and tasted and had it for breakfast. And now we're going to get down to business and crochet. So I am still working on my blanket. I'm feverishly trying to get it finished. The 4th of July is about 12 days away, and I really need to get on top of it to get this finished. I am going to finish. I am determined. I don't know why. Well, I do know what slowed me down. when we moved our daughter to her new state. We got that accomplished, but then we have our other daughter who is moving very soon. So that did slow me down a bit, but we're going to make it. So today we're going to have what my friends in the UK call a natter. We're just going to have a natter. Is that how they say it? Is that how to say it, Nicole? I'm not making fun of a British accent. A British accent is beautiful. I wish I could speak with one. So we're going to have a chat or a natter. And something that has been on my mind is I really would like to have a crochet buddy. Do you have a crochet buddy? Someone who crochets with you? Maybe a crochet bestie? I know that there's a lot of mother-daughter teams. I won't even go into that as I've lost my mother recently, so I can't talk about that. But anyway, I have close friends who live not too far away who love to crochet, but they do different types of crochet than I do. And also it's hard to concentrate if you have someone there to talk to while you're crocheting. I don't know how that would work out. I'm trying to teach my bestie how to crochet. I have several besties. My ride or die is Miss Amy, and I'm trying to teach Amy how to, although she lives several hours away from me. We try to visit as often as possible, and if I could get Amy up and running, we could crochet all day together, because Amy and I are just like sisters from another mother. We are truly kindred spirits. We just think alike, we act alike. She's about a foot taller than I am. She was a runway model, and I obviously am not, and she's gorgeous, but our personalities are very much alike. And I just wish I could get her going with crochet so that we could do it together. It's a selfish motive, but I know she would love it. Who wouldn't love it? Summer, you want to lie on a pillow? Come here. Summer has come up here to join me. So I posted on a local ladies group that's in our town. It's the ladies of our town name, and asking if there are any crocheters out there. I just posted it last night, and I had 5 or 6 already respond. So I'm thinking of trying to get together with them and just doing a little group meeting, maybe at a coffee shop or something. And I don't know that we'll be able to crochet together. We can all bring our projects and crochet, but mainly it would be just to form those friendships. But I also would really like to hone in on a particular person who could be my crochet buddy. And I wish I could find someone who is like one of my sisters, that we're just on the same wavelength. I have 3 sisters, and they all crochet or knit, either one or the other, or some of them do both. And when we're together, when the 4 of us together, if we go on a vacation together or just have a sisters weekend where we're meeting at one of our houses, the 4 of us can sit and crochet together, and we are just so much alike that we could even be working on the same piece. I have one sister in particular. She and we're 10 years apart in age. She's 10 years older than I am, but we're just so much alike. In fact, one time we were doing this oil painting, and it was a big canvas. So it was like a field of tulips or something. And we're so much alike that she was painting on one end of the canvas, I was painting on the other end of the canvas. And when we were finished with that picture, it looked so cohesive. It looked like it was done by one artist. And we sold it in a local shop. It's pretty amazing when you have someone who's so much like you that you can do something like that. And she's a person that she and I could be working on the same crochet piece, and I think it would be very cohesive and no one would know the difference. Someone like that, someone who likes to do the same things I like to do. And that's a really selfish ask, and it's a big ask, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to find anyone like that. But I would love to have just a kindred spirit, just a wonderful crochet friend that loves the things that I like and that matches me on my crochet level, but also aesthetically likes the same type of crochet that I like, and has the same amount of time that I have. So that is so much to ask. That is just really a lot to ask there, Beth. I don't know if you're going to get that, but anyway, after college and when you get your family started, it just seems that all of your close friends are going in different directions. You go to different colleges, then you settle in different areas, and then you start having children. and it's really difficult to stay connected with the people that were so close to you and so important to you. Fortunately, I have several best friends that are close relatives of mine, and that works out great because they will always be a part of my life. But even with them, we were going different directions and had different geographical moves, and it causes difficulty in staying in touch and staying as close as you were. And then so you live your life, your kids move on, and now you're an empty nester, and you realize that you don't have a close friend nearby, or that's what's happening to me. I don't have a close friend who is, maybe nearby is not the right word, available, because now they have grandchildren. I don't have grandchildren, and they're keeping their grandchildren, and that's a big part of their life, and that's not a part of my life. So it's really difficult to find and make friends who are on the same, just not only the same wavelength, but they just have the same type of availability that you have, and then share in your interests. So I'm finding that to be a really weird time in my life, that I feel isolated in a way. Although I certainly have the ability to get out and make new friends, it's just that I'm being selective. I want to make a friend. I have lots of friends. It's not like I want to go out and make dozens and dozens more friends. I'm not even sure I have time for that many friends. I would just like to have a very close relationship with one person that is my, I can talk to them every day, that I want to have a conversation every day, and that we can spend time together a couple of times a week and go on trips together and all of that. And I have that in different people. I wish I could take the parts of all my favorite people and make them available to me. And as I'm saying that, I know how selfish that sounds. That is super selfish. I need to make myself available to other people. Maybe that's the problem. So anyway, does anyone else out there feel like you are experiencing that same kind of thing? Maybe that transition in life. Maybe you're just a new stay-at-home mom and you're feeling that isolation. Or maybe you're that empty nester and now your kids are gone and you're not seeing those people that you used to see at soccer practice and volleyball games or play dates. It's just a very weird time in my life because I am trying to retire from a major career, yet Mr. Chic Chic Crochet is probably going to work maybe another 7 to 10 years. And when he comes home, he's just tired. He's just wiped out. So we don't always have these conversations that I'm starving for because he has talked all day, or he's just worn out because he has so much responsibility on him. The next thing I would like to talk about is my crochet channel. And if you don't have a crochet channel, if you have not done YouTube, you may be like me and just not understand what it is that makes a crochet channel happen. And I didn't realize this until I started one. I had this fantasy of being on YouTube and showing my makes for the week and being able to show you all the beautiful things I had made that week, and that I was just going to produce an abundance of crochet to share with you. But boy, did I learn quickly that is just not how it is, because once I started the YouTube channel, then my time became more limited. I was using a lot of brain power and bandwidth trying to figure out what I wanted to record. A lot of people on YouTube just make it look so easy. It is not easy. And if I were producing a lot of makes every week, that would be one thing, then I would have something to show you. But let's say you start a blanket like this. Well, I'm not going to have this blanket done in a week. And I don't want to abandon it just to start something new so I can have something smaller and finished, because then my blanket is going to become a whip and I may not get back to it. So I like to consistently work on a project until it's finished. I really try not to have a lot of whips laying around, because that's just a recipe for chaos and disaster. I don't like to work that way because I know that I probably won't get back to it, and then I'll have that abandoned project. And that is not how I like to operate. So here I am doing this blanket, and I don't have anything new as far as crochet to show you this week. So that is why I'm doing the vlog, because I want to make sure that I stay consistent and that I'm talking to you but also I want to give you quality content and it not be boring. So if there's something you would like to see or hear me talk about, please let me know. If you give me suggestions, that's only going to help me. You know how it is when you are the mother of the household and let's say you make 3 meals a day, or even just your evening meal of the day, whether you call that supper or dinner. It's difficult to think, what am I gonna make today? What am I gonna make today? It's so repetitive, and that's kind of how trying to come up with new content has become for me. And I love the channel. I enjoy doing it and I'm not going to give up. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I do stress a little bit about, is my content quality? Is it going to be something that people want to see and watch? And me just yammering on, I'm not sure that's something that you want to see. So every video will not be like this, but I will have the occasional vlog just because I need to stay consistent and I need to be in touch with my subscribers. And so I will occasionally have a vlog, and this is what a vlog consists of. So I appreciate your grace as we try to develop this channel and continue to come up with quality content. And I hope you'll extend that grace to other crochet YouTubers, because we can only crochet so much. We only have 2 hands and we can't do more than our body is capable of. I have so many things on my list that I want to make when this blanket is complete. I would love to get it finished in time that I'm able to whip up a couple of things to go with it for our 4th of July celebration. I'm not sure what those are going to be. I know I made 2 videos of patterns you should make for the 4th of July. So whatever I am going to make is going to come out of one of those 2 videos, but it's going to have to be prioritized since now my time is kind of limited for what I can accomplish. So that's what's going to be happening, is this blanket and anything else that I'm able to add to it between now and the 4th of July. After that, I think I'm going to make a cover for my chair. And that really wasn't on my list, but it has popped up on my list. It's the crisscross chair you may have seen in the videos that I have published since I renovated my office into my craft studio or my yarn studio. And the arms of that chair need a cover on them. And actually, I may make a cover if I get really with it. I may make a cover for the entire chair, just in pieces, make slip covers for the arms and do each arm, and then do a larger one for the back. And the seat itself, I probably won't. I'll just lay something over it because the chair is white. And I love white. I like to use a lot of white and cream and ivory in my house. But I do see that getting dirty over time. And even with blue jeans, if you have a light color leather on your car interior, you probably notice that if you wear a blue jeans with a real dark denim, that you're going to have some color transfers on the seat of your car. And I think that it will happen on my chair. So I don't want that to happen. So I think I'm going to make a cover. It's not going to be a lot of colors or anything like that. I'm just going to do solid, use this. I'll probably use this Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn in acrylic, in an ivory. Or I may use, I love this cotton, one or the other, but I'm just going to do a light color that's an ivory or a cream that matches the color of the chair and keeps the aesthetic of my room. So that's one thing that I need to do. Other than that, I really just need to make up some baby gifts and Christmas gifts in advance. I'm not sure what those are going to be. Might be amigurumi. I haven't made amigurumi in a while and I miss it. I probably will make up some face scrubbers and get those ready for the Christmas season. People seem to always love those. And crochet tops. I can just think of a bazillion things that I want to make. That prioritizing is the problem. People talk about losing their crojo. I don't really have that problem, and I don't see that as becoming an issue. I hope it doesn't. I just have a problem getting everything done that I want to do. And also, I don't need to be sitting and crocheting just for my health. I need to be up and doing things. I have, since I renovated this room, and I have been producing more videos and crocheting a lot. I have not been to the gym. I've not kept up on my exercising like I should. So I need to get that back into a part of my daily routine. The girls are going to be all moved and settled soon, so I can't use that as an excuse. I just have no excuse. I just need to do it. I really need your help. back to the subject of video ideas and content ideas. If there's something that you have been searching for in crochet, like a crochet subject, and you're like, I want to find that thing and I want to see it in a video, and you haven't been able to find it, could you just drop in the comments what that is? That would really help me, because if there's a need out there of questions that need to be answered or a gap that needs to be filled, I would love to know. That would really be helpful. Maybe that would help you and it would help me. Then I would have some content ideas on what to produce, and then I would know what it is that you actually want to learn about or see. That being said, from now on, I'm going to try to get 2 videos out of week, and later I'll announce what days those are going to be on when I prove to myself that I can be consistent and make sure they're coming out on the same days every week. We will set that schedule later. And again, if there's something you want to know or hear about in particular, please drop it in the comments. I have lots of personal information I can share if you want to know about my life. I'm not going to give you names and locations, but I've got a ton of stories if you want to hear them, but I don't know that that's what you're here for. I do hope very much by the next time that you see this blanket, it's going to be finished, complete, and we're going to be celebrating the 4th of July in great style and with a lot of joy. So for now, Summer and I want to remind you to let your light shine, my friends, and always stay chic. Bye-bye.
Chic, chic crochet.